All right, so I'm just going to be real. We decided we were going to wear out Harry's phone and get all of the connections and all of the things that we could get called in to get this to happen. We are now going to have another special guest on the wrap-up presented by Allstate. Again, Harry Douglas, Jason Fitz, and we are joined now by Purdue head coach Jeff Brohm. Coach, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on a big win. When you've got a player going off the way Bell was going off today, how do you find a balance in your offense of feeding him but making sure you stay within the rhythm of what you want to do?
Well, we don't want to err on not feeding him enough. And as you guys saw today, David's a phenomenal player. Just knows how to catch the football, run routes. He plays tough. He's a competitor. A couple of weeks ago, he took a really vicious hit against Notre Dame that knocked him out, had stitches, had to go out of the game. And a lot of guys in his shoes with his future could probably say, you know what, I'm kind of done playing. I'm just going to wait for the draft. But not David. I mean, he came back as fast as he could. He competes every day in practice. He wants to please his teammates. He wants to please the Purdue fans. He wants to continue to compete every day and make a name for himself. So I give him a lot of credit. That was a really good defense we went against. And, he was just outstanding from the first snap to the end.
Now, Coach, you played the quarterback position. Your brother, who's on the staff, Brian, was my quarterback, played the quarterback position. But I want to talk about your quarterback today, O'Connell. 30 for 40, 375 yards. 2 touchdowns. What was your message to him going into this football game against the Iowa Hawkeyes?
Well, as you know, Harry, because we like to feed you the ball, you were a sensational player when we coached you. We like to throw the football around here. It's a lot of fun to do. It's a lot of fun for our fans to watch. And we knew going against Iowa that we weren't going to be able to run the football very well. We're going to have to throw it. And fortunately for us, we got some good weapons on the outside. Our quarterback is a really accurate passer. Will stand in the pocket, can make intermediate throws. We had some other quarterbacks that are good. They were able to get in the game and give us something as well. Just a really unselfish group of guys. And we wanted to attack. And we were aggressive today from the get-go. And luckily for us, things went our way. But anytime you go into an environment like that against the top team at third place and really win the game conventionally, it's really huge for our program. So just really proud of our team and our coaching staff because we hung in there. And we had to come off a bye week where we lost, and that's not a lot of fun to do. You got to figure out ways to get better and improve. But our guys did it, so hats off to all of them.
Now, Coach, we could talk offense all day. We're offensive guys, but I got to throw some attention to your defense. Your defense got 4 turnovers. So they the Iowa Hawkeyes. So what do you got to say about your defense, man, who showed up and got stops and was basically stout today when you needed them the most?
Our defense has played really good all year long, and we made a lot of improvements and a few changes from last year. And, these are a lot of guys that have played a lot of football and been through some good times and some not so good times. And sometimes when you go through that, it makes you tougher and stronger. It builds up calluses in your body and your mind where you're like, you know what, I'm not going to let this happen again. So they've really done a great job all year. We were able to control the football really in the second half and had time of possession, 11 minutes about each quarter, and they weren't on the field a whole lot on offense. And we knew if we got ahead of Iowa, they're not a passing football team. We're going to take them out of our game. And when we did, and they had to pass the ball a lot, our defense came through, and we got turnovers, interceptions. And really a lot of those were in the fourth quarter when the game was already 24-7. But our defense really just, played lights out, and they have all year long. So, once again, just a great performance by them.
And Coach, one thing I'll always do at ESPN, I'll always openly admit when I was wrong about something. And I sat with Harry yesterday.
Say it. I'm going to stop him, Coach. Say it one more time, Fitz.
I was wrong. Harry was right. I said yesterday, y'all didn't have a chance. And it's because I believed in the Iowa defense so much. I'm going to be the first to just stand up and say I was wrong about that.
It crushed me inside.
What did you see in this Iowa defense in film that when you came in today, you guys knew that you could have an advantage with?
Well, fortunately for us, we're a team that can throw the football. And, against Iowa, they're really stout against the run. They have a really good defensive line. Their defensive backs have played very well. For some reason, we knew to make plays, we had to throw the football. And things were just clicking today. And we felt good that we could get some completions, find a way to hit a few shots over the top. And we actually did with some really good throws and catches. And we got them on their heels. And I think the aggressive approach worked for us. Really, for us, we had nothing to lose. We were the underdog. They had more pressure on them. Our guys played loose. They played free. And just so you know, Harry's a pretty smart guy, so whatever he says, I agree with.
Okay, now I admit when I'm wrong, but I also know sometimes I'm right. Harry's crazy. All right, so how difficult was it to deal? Like, I have to deal with him every Saturday for a lot of hours. How the heck did you make it through dealing with him for years? Like, give me some of the chaos of Harry Douglas.
Well, luckily for us, we were more like his boss, so we got to kind of tell him what we wanted, and he had to listen. But you know what? He dripping wet was 160 pounds in college. But you know what? For those 160 pounds, he was the toughest son of a gun you were going to find. He made plays. He went over the middle. He could play on the outside. He could play on the inside. He was a playmaker. So we were lucky to have him. My brother Brian was lucky to throw to him. It was his favorite target. And he was one of many. We had some really good players on our team. So obviously Harry had a great career, and now he's doing his thing and speaking his mind. So you guys are doing a great job.
Yeah, he's been trying to convince me he's 6'1" all day, Coach. You want to chime in on this? I mean, we buying 6'1" out of Harry Douglas?
I wasn't 6'1" in college. I'm 6'1" now.
Oh, what, you grew in your 30s? What are we doing here?
Coach, he's jealous because he's small.
High heels.
Coach, first and foremost, I know you're exhausted. We appreciate you taking the time to join us. Congratulations on a huge win for you and for the program, for everybody that was a part of it. Congratulations to Purdue football and to you as well, my friend. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a good night.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.